Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Bay Area Arts Alliance presentation of At the Hawkswell by Vance Maverick. Here. We are just delighted that you decided to spend your Sunday afternoon with us, and we want to know what you think. So I started this company in part because I was tired of going to see operas and concerts at places with $1 million budgets and not being moved. So we want to change your life today. And if we don't do that, I want to know. So please tell me. I want the good, the bad, and the ugly. So email us at bayareaartsalliance@gmail.com. Any information is useful for us. I want to take a second also to thank our production designer, who unfortunately couldn't be here with us today, but her work is amazing. You'll see. Her name is Janine Som. She's one of our board members, and we appreciate her so much. So if we could just have a quick round of applause. If you have any questions about our company, about our offerings, please ask me or another team member. And what am I forgetting?
Cell phone.
Oh yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Please silence your cell phones. And if you'd like to take pictures or short videos during the show, that's fine with us. Just please don't use Flash. And if you post to social media, please tag us. We are at Bay Area Arts Alliance on Instagram. Thank you and enjoy the show.
night grows dark, the withered leaves of the hazel half choke the dry bed of the well. The guardian of the well is sitting upon the old grey stone at its side, worn out from raking its dry bed, worn out from gathering up the leaves. Her heavy eyes know nothing or but look upon stone. The winds that blows out of the sea turns over the heaped up leaves at her side. They rustle and diminish. I am afraid of this place. Why should I sleep the whole night? For the wind, the soft wind, the sea is beating along through the skies. I will wander always like the wind. That old man climbs up hither, who has been watching by his well these 50 years. He is all doubled up with age. The old thorn trees are doubled so among the rocks where he is climbing. He has made a little heap of leaves. He lays the dry sticks on the leaves, and shivering with cold, he has taken up the fire stick and sucked it from its hole. He rolls it round to get a flame, and now the dry sticks take the fire, and now the fire leaps up and shines upon the hazels in the empty well. Oh wind, oh soft wind, oh sea, cries the horse, it is time to stay. Why wonder nothing to find? Let her go and Why don't you speak with me? Why don't you say, are you not weary gathering the sticks? Are not your fingers cold? You have not one word while yesterday you spoke 3 times. You said the well is full of hazel leaves.
sad. The wind is from the west, and after that, if there is rain, it's likely there'll be mud. Today, you are as stupid as a fish. No, worse, be less lively and as dumb. Your eyes are glazed and heavy. If the sheep must have a guardian to clean out the well and drive the cattle off, they might find somebody that can be pleasant and companionable once in the day. Why do you stand like that? You had that glassy look about the eyes last time it happened. Do you know anything? It is enough to drive a young man crazy. To look all day upon his broken rocks and ragged thorns, and that one stupid face, and speak and get no answer. Then speak to me, for youth is not more patient than old age, and though I have trod the rocks for half a day, I cannot find what I am looking for. Who speaks? Who comes so suddenly into this place when nothing thrives? If I may judge by the gold in your coat, you are not of those who hate the living world. I am made too good, and I am Waltham's son. I have never heard that name. It is not unknown. I have an ancient house beyond the sea. What mischief brings you hither? You are like those who are crazy for the shedding of men's blood and for the love of women. A rumor has led me, a story told of the wine towards dawn. I rose from table, found a boat, spread sail, and with a lucky wind crossed ways that seemed charmed, and found a shore. There is no house to send among this hill. another note before your eyes at the instant. Grey boulders and a solitary gull and 3 striped hazels. But there is no well. Can you sing nothing yonder? I but see a hollow among stones, half full of leaves. And do you think so great a gift is found by no more toil than spreading out a sail and climbing a hill? Oh, folly of youth! Why should that hollow place be enough for you? That will not fill for me. I have laid in wait for more than 50 years to find it empty, or to find the stupid wind of the sea drive round the leaves. So it seems there is a moment where the water fills it, a secret moment that the holy shades that lights upon the mountain knows, and not a living man. And when it comes, the water has scarce splashed before it is cold. I will stand here and wait. Why should the lover's soul find deserted now? No, from this accursed place. This place belongs to me. And go there and those others, deceivers of man. And who are you who rail upon these dances that all others bless? One whom the dancers cheat. I came like you when young in body and mind, and blown by what seemed a lucky sail. The well was dry. I sat upon its edge. I waited the miraculous flood. I waited as the years passed and withered me away. I have snared the birds for food, and eaten grass and drank the rain, and neither in that the dancers have deceived me. Thrice I have awakened from a sudden sleep to find the stones were wet.
The sudden cry of a hawk, but there's no wing in sight. As I came hither, a great gray hawk swept down out of the sky, and though I have good hawks, the best in the world I have fancied, I have not seen its like. It flew as though it would have torn me with its beak, or blinded me, smiting with that great wing. I had to draw my sword to drive it off, and after that it flew from rock to rock. I pelted it with stones a good half hour, and just before I turned the big rock there and saw this place, it seemed to vanish away. Could I but bring it down, I would it.
A woman of the ship
as though you had no heart in life. That cry, there is that cry again. That woman made it, but why does she cry out as the hawk cries?
It was her mouth, and yet not she who cried. It was that shadow cry behind her mouth. And now I know why she has been so stupid all the day through, and had such heavy eyes. Oh, can't you come at any moment now? I shall hear it bubble. If you are good, you will leave it. I am old, and if I do not drink it now, will never. I have been watching all my life, and maybe only a little cupful will bubble up.
I'll take it in my hands. We shall both drink, and even if there are but a few drops, share them.
But swear that I will drink it first, the young are greedy, and if you drink it first, he'll drink it all. You have looked at her. She has set your gaze and turned her eyes on us. I cannot bear her eyes. They are not like blood of bad or bittering. They are not girls' eyes.
Why do you gaze upon me with the eyes of a hawk? I am not afraid of you, bird woman, or witch. shall be perched upon my wrist. Some were called queen, and yet have been perched there. What is that sound that runs along the hill? Who are they who beat a sword upon a shield?
She has roused up the fierce woman of the hills. If and a drum to take your life, and never till you are lying the earth, will you not rest?
The clash of arms again.
Oh, do not go. The mountain is accursed. Stay with me. I have nothing more to lose. I do not now deceive you.
I will face them. Because who could have run from the
Come to me, human faces, for memories. I have found little eyes among the desolate places. One faltering, unmoistened eyes. For me alone I cherish. I choose it for my share. Be but a mouthful of air. I am not sad to wish. I am but a mouthful of sweet air.
part of our mission at Bayer Arts Alliance is just that we want to make a connection with the community. And at our Opus Project series, we always encourage people to ask questions, their comments, and have a dialogue with the artists. So that's what this is for today. So does anyone have any questions for any of our artists today?
No. I just wish I read the poem ahead of time.
You wish you'd read the play ahead of time?
The music was so, the music was so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, let's say I didn't read to you. I will now.
Well, someday we'd like to have super titles that's common in opera. It's just a question of money. So, yeah, someday.
It's a good idea to read this play.
Yes, definitely. I agree. Any other questions for any of our artists about their experience, their training, what they thought of the piece, anything like that?
The music itself it seemed to have was it folk influences or Celtic influences? Is that something that I'm just hearing, or what was the inspiration behind it?
Yeah, you're not wrong. I don't have any particular expertise in Celtic music, but have certainly grown up with a lot of English, British Isles folk music and things inspired by that. For example, I grew up in the Episcopal Church, and you hear a lot of music by Vaughan Williams and Holst and people like that. They were part of a wave of folk revival around 1900. So particularly in the music for the two musicians, the chorus, I was drawing on that a lot of the time.
It was beautiful.
Thank you.
I have a question from the live stream audience. They would love to know how you, Livanna, our wonderful dancer, developed her choreography.
Reading the play gave so much complexity, like having all of that background and the whole arc of the full play. But I think a lot of it sort of came alive once we were in the space together and feeling out even just our dynamic and our chemistry together. But I think it's really trying to capture the hawk's journey of that the hawk is not really a thing, it's just this constant cycle and process, and so how to keep that sort of feeling of flowing and that it's just infinite. Mm-hmm. And her sort of cosmic force that is part of all the elements that come alive and then they die and then they come back again, and so trying to capture for her arc of both rising with more vigor and energy, and then when it starts to just fall again, like leaves off a tree or something like that. So, yeah. And then they help too. Once wow.
I have to say too, she did all of that herself. I take no credit for that. I am not in any way qualified to do choreography. I was astounded just at every step. So I thank you so much. Yes, Harry.
Could you say something about the instrumentation? Because I was thinking, very often you'll have, with a small ensemble, one or two woodwinds. It just seems that those would be very specific, or I don't know. I mean, you already have one important woodwind that's symbolic, and it just gave the strings gave it a more general feeling, but it was really beautiful. I just wonder if that plan changed over time.
Yeah, as Harry is pointing out, there is a woodwind instrument, but it doesn't combine with the full ensemble until the very end, like the last 15 or 20 seconds. Other than that, it's mainly separate and not combined with the voices either. So what they're singing against is mainly a piano quintet with a double bass. Did that matter for the singing? That balance?
Sorry?
I'm asking. I meant to ask the chorus whether the accompaniment of solo strings and the piano was different to sing against than you're used to.
think it was, I thought it worked well. I don't know how different it was from, I mean, wouldn't you ever think how different it was from, because the piece is a small piece, so having that really small, intimate ensemble, and strings and like, strings vibrate and vocal cords vibrate. So it was, I thought it worked really nicely to sing against. And then to have the soprano sax as this really distinct instrument from the accompaniment was a really neat effect, because as soon as you hear the soprano sax, you know something different is happening. I don't know if Phoebe has any thoughts.
We have a comment from the live stream from Donna Ward, who is Robin's mom. I thought the saxophone was clearly only the voice of the hawk. So that was the
intention,
point,
for
so
sure.
good.
I'm glad it came across. I hope people also noticed when the water flowed.
Johnny?
There's a concept in dance where where basically some of the movements or actions become a part of kind of a percussive layer in the instrumentation and such. Was that something that was kind of thought of between you two? Is it because when you moving the drape, and then also the way you stepped and moved around the stage?
You know, I got to hear the full orchestra this last week, and so a lot of those elements were sort of just a theoretical thing until once they arrived in the space, and then I felt like everything started to play together. And actually, one of them didn't even know I was gonna come out and dance with this tape, and they felt like this whoosh, and they were kind of oh. As I feel like during that week of getting more tuned in with even just how they're catching some of those rhythms, of trying to find which ones to elevate and which ones to sort of ride out in contrast. Does that answer your question? Okay.
Natalie?
I just had an odd thought, and I don't know whether this was maybe running through the old man's mind when working on the character. But this may be part of the reason why, I mean, I don't know the play, but I was just thinking it's the reason why he's frightened that when the hawk is dancing and doing her spell is because if, let's say he wasn't frightened and he did catch the moment when he could drink from the well, that he wouldn't have any purpose anymore. Because his whole life's purpose, it seems, in the context of this play, is waiting.
We talked about this during the rehearsal, how obsession becomes the point. You know, what's the point of him drinking the water when he's 90 years old? He's not going to go back to be. It's not a youth potion. It's a everlasting potion. You stop aging from that moment onwards. So what is the point of stop aging at age 95? So it's not about like I'm gonna live forever. It's about I already wasted my life waiting for this. Now I have to, no matter what. The obsession becomes it's not about the objective, it's about the journey, quote unquote, because the journey is the obsession about achieving the goal. The goal becomes less important than the achieving of it, if it makes any sense to you.
Harry?
So the dancer has already talked about reconciling with the hearing the instrumental ensemble. I wonder, in the preparation for this, what the singers had to work with. Was it a recording, a piano version? How did that work? And when they finally did come to this last week, when you worked together, was that a big adaptation?
So I'll take this. So they had a MIDI recording of which is an electronic file that's generated by a computer based on the score. So they have that from when they were first hired, and then we have Alix, Katsman, our wonderful pianist and conductor, who worked with them individually, and then we had piano rehearsals before the entire ensemble joined us. But yeah, it's difficult. With new music, it's difficult because there's no existing recording, so it's really something that they all have achieved in a short amount of time.
Very finish.
I will also add to that so we did receive MIDI files. Some people, though, myself, I personally don't like using MIDI files because there's a lot of timbral things that you don't get from a MIDI file that you would get from a live piano, which is why we had coachings with Alix. And then just for context, the majority of us didn't sing with the ensemble until this past Tuesday. This past Tuesday was the first time we actually sang with the instruments. So there's always reconciling, especially in new music, of you're seeing and hearing it on a piano, and you're like, okay, this is what it sounds like, and then you spread that amongst counting 6 instruments, and you're like, oh, where does it come in? Like something that caught me off guard the first time we did it, in the middle of my aria when I sing Could I But Bring It Down, there's this descending line, and before I'm just like, yeah, I'm listening for this open fifth that's actually the open fifth that I sing, just inverted, or the fourth that I sing that's just inverted. And the first time we did it, Alix was trying to cue something, and he was playing the bottom note in the fifth. And so that first time I was like listening for it, and then it just went by, and then he was like, you are supposed to sing, and I was like, oh, okay. And then as you heard today, the open fifth happened, and I was like, oh, great, it's there. So like, I will say, doing new music, it's always interesting seeing how something that you've only conceptualized in your brain on one instrument getting spread out and being like, oh, this is all of the color that we're working with now.
And I will say that this is Vance's very first opera, which is unbelievable. I mean, it's so great. I think quite a star in the making. And being able to reduce your orchestration to piano is a very specific skill that takes experience and practice. So what Nick is describing is something that maybe in the next opera, Vance will have a better opportunity or a better idea of how to deal with that because of this rehearsal experience. He's been present for almost all the rehearsals, which has been great. So yeah, I mean, he's learning along with all of us too, and it's great to see, but definitely watch this one, yeah.
Speaking of, sorry. I was just gonna, when you said the word color, I just wanted to compliment the absent costume designer stage craft.
She's on the live stream, so she'll hear you.
Compliments to you on the live stream, because between your hair and this corresponding sort of orange on your cape and the fire and everything, it just, even the colors of the quintet just blended together so beautifully.
She is a wonderful master artist in her own right. This is her first operatic production, her first theatrical production. She knocked it out of the park. I'm so proud of her. And her name is Janine Sam, S-A-H-M. And then you can check out her artwork, her online. She's a brilliant painter and teacher, and she's just wonderful. Thank you. Do I see a hand over here?
Yes, I was wondering what inspired you, Vance, to choose this play to.
Can you just repeat that?
I talked about this a bit in the pre-concert talk. There are a lot of factors, including love of the poetry itself, but I was certainly captured by the story and by the form of it, by the way. What happens is a kind of a nothing, it's a failure, but with this beautiful unfolding sad shape that I wanted to walk us all through.
Buffy.
Speaking of recordings not being available, will there be a recording of
Yes.
the performance?
So Abshir here, our wonderful will be editing that, and we'll have it available soon. Yeah. And question here?
So when you got everybody together and the music and the musicians did you have to change anything once people's voices were here and the musicians showed up? Did anything get changed?
I think most of that was done by our music director, who adjusted loudness and pace and cues. There wasn't really time to do any changes of notes.
Okay.
I will say though that that's probably my doing, because I hired all these fine people and I chose wisely. So we didn't have to change very much because they're amazing. Yes.
There were a couple of errors to be fixed, but that's a different issue.
Yeah.
So Vance, I'm trying to get at, you mentioned the early 20th century, mid-century British composers, etc. And I think we've all been through a lot of really interesting and hard to hear music that we've become accustomed to as, oh, well, we just get with it, it's modern music and that's it. You seem to be straddling both worlds. Do you see it that way? No. So, what the hell do you think?
I'm definitely exploring and trying to figure out what my style is and where it lodges in the spectrum of different musics going on. Kaya Sariaho is a genius. I am not going to write the same kind of music that she did. I would not say that I'm presenting a conscious blend of two things here. Rather just trying to make it work and look for the right style for each phase of the drama.
I will say, having sung a lot of Vance's music myself, he has a very intimate and special relationship with the texts that he chooses, which is part of the reason I like his work. Unfortunately, though, he won't just set anything. So I've come to him and said, "Hey, how about this? How about this?" And he likes what he likes, but I respect it. Well, we have time for one more question, and I have to release the artist because, believe it or not, some of these people have to go to another job. Yes.
It's for you, Megan.
Yes.
I read that this is your directorial debut.
Yeah.
What was it like for you this time?
So it's great. I really love it. Like they were hiding this from me. It's great to not have to worry about how my throat feels when I wake up. And I worried about them getting sick, so that didn't really go away. But it's nice to have some creative control. That's something that most singers don't get in most environments, and that is another reason I started this company, is to change that, because I believe the best art is made when we all collaborate, from the singer to the stage director to the music director to the composer. And I do feel like we did that here. We really achieved that. I'm very proud of that. So I hope to foster the kind of environment that people will want to collaborate in the future. You knew it was coming. Opera is prohibitively expensive to produce. We just finished our first year. We had a fantastic first year. We're moving into our sophomore season. We have lots more great music and art planned for you. If you are inclined, please donate to the Area Arts Alliance, and we can do more shows like this. There's a donations box outside. There's way on the back of your program that tells you how you can donate. You can always ask us for an address. I'm always available by email, but your support, being here today, means the most. Anything else is just gravy for us. So thank you so much for being here.